You have a great product, service, or message, and not enough people know about it. Well, did you know that a third of people die by the age of 65? One third of the population. And 90% of people die with regrets. Crazy, right? And we think we're not going to be one of them. Well, hopefully we're not. Hopefully we're not. Really, it is about making the most of life. And one of the best ways to make the most of life is to get into gratitude and to focus on some good stuff in your life, because it's very easy to get into whinge mode, isn't it? It's very easy to find things to complain about and to whinge about. And the Global Good News Challenge is all about, let's shift that. Let's be the change we wish to see in the world, as Gandhi said. This is something I started in June 2020 as a way to decrease depression and suicide rates and help to lift the energy on the planet. And it's something that you can get involved in, you can participate in. It's absolutely free, happens every month, and it's a great practice also to share gratitude and to share your good news. So if you're anything like me, you might feel that just a little bit that a lot of the mainstream media is very, very negative. 98% of the time, I would say, is very, very negative. And what can happen is if you watch the mainstream news or tune into mainstream news channels, as we did for years, particularly before social media, right? And even now, so many people tune in and so many people are programmed and, I believe, brainwashed by the mainstream media. And if you believe everything, you will potentially feel depressed and you'll potentially feel like, what's the point in living? As I did for a long time, growing up with a lot of negative news and having worked in the media for over 40 years, it's been an insane ride. And now, thank goodness, we have social media and we can share messages about things that matter to us, and we can make a difference in a positive way with the messages, the media that we put out through our socials. Now what's happening, of course, a lot of reporters from traditional media are going to social media looking for story ideas, because that's where the most up-to-date content is found. It's immediate, absolutely immediate. And this is something, as I say, you can participate in. Very simple live video challenge. And all you do is you share your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and a piece of good news every day for the period of the challenge. So June now being the 6th month, we have a 6-day challenge that you can start anytime within June. Now I'm starting my day 1 today. Now the challenge is to do 6 days in a row of live videos sharing that. Now you'll find all the details on how to participate at the top of the Global Good News Challenge page, which you will find, of course, in Facebook. Just look up Global Good News Challenge and you will find all of that there. I'll post that in here as well. And for those on the audio, just go to facebook.com/Good News Challenge in the browser and you'll find it there as well. And look for the little smiley sunflower right there. Look for that and you'll find all the details at the top how to participate. Okay, hashtag Global Good News Challenge. We'll share your video to thousands of people. We'll add you to a private group, a Global Good News Challenge group of crusaders, and also you can win great prizes thanks to our sponsors such as Testa Power, Angelique Pellegrino, etc. You'll see them in the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page. Now, also as part of my June challenge, I'm going to be sharing with you some ways you can build a global brand. I've actually got a free webinar coming up next week, next Thursday, where I'm going into detail around how you can build a global brand. Global personal brand is really what I'm focusing on, because people do business with people. People follow people, and we need to get to know, like, and trust you before we want to do business with you. The How to Build a Global Brand is going to be an amazing webinar next Thursday at 12 noon Australian Eastern Standard Time. For those in Australia, for those in America, it's going to be your night time on the Wednesday night. So you can check that out at my links in my bio. So you'll see it scrolling around here. We've got my link tree, linktr.ee /Aldwin. You'll find at the top there the registration link. It's free, as I say, and just hop along. It's going to go for about 90 minutes. And I always give a lot of content in my events for anyone who's been on them. So I'm sure you'll absolutely love that. Good to see you, Kenneth and Monica, on Instagram. We've got Mal McLean there as well. Hello, hello. Let us know, what are you grateful for today? What's one thing you're grateful for today? Let us know in the comments. And I'd also love to know, for those joining live on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X right now, let me know, what are you grateful for and where are you joining us from? Whereabouts in the world are you? Love to hear from you. All right, so here's my good news challenge for today. Hi, I'm Aldwin Alternate, also known as the Media Queen. What I do is I help people be seen, heard, and known amongst the noise through mass media exposure. 3 things I'm grateful for today is I am grateful for my health. I'm so grateful I have a fully functioning, healthy body. I must say, in the last week, there's been a lot of people who've been very sick. My heart goes out to you, because a month ago, I also was incredibly sick and I was pretty much knocked out for about a week. I was in bed for a lot of that time and I absolutely felt horrible when I got back from the Philippines. So I know what it's like, and hang in there. I recommend have a lot of raw garlic. Raw garlic is brilliant if you're feeling sick. It's great to kill the bacteria. Okay, so that's my number 1 tip for those who aren't feeling so healthy. And of course, rest and lots of water. Ginger is really good. Fresh ginger in hot water is brilliant. Recommend you do that as well. So grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my family. I had a memory pop up on my Facebook today, and it said I've been friends with my dad for 14 years, which of course on Facebook for 14 years. I'm 50 and Dad's 86, so we've obviously been friends a lot longer than that. But I kind of had to have a giggle to myself, because there was many years there, my teenage years, where I went completely off the rails. In fact, I got kicked out of home when I was 15. So Dad and I, we've had our challenges over the years, and I must say there's been times when we haven't really been great friends. However, nowadays, I must say I just am so grateful for my beautiful parents and my family. My parents have been married 54 years this year. They're so adorable, most beautiful couple. I'm just so, so grateful for them. So as I was looking at the photos and the memories today, I just had to, just have a moment of just, immense gratitude for the journey that we've been on, and, the journey that we go on with our families. We do life with our families often, and, some people just cut family members out, and don't talk to them because of something they said a long time ago they may not have liked, or a few things that they did, or, the thing is, as they say, blood is thicker than water. And, I do believe that essentially we are all good people. I think sometimes our behavior has some things to be, answered for, some things to question sometimes. Sometimes our behavior is not all that great as human beings. However, essentially, I think we are essentially all good people. I think some people just become sort of more bitter and twisted than others. And as they say, hurt people hurt people. So often if someone's being nasty to you, it's not about you, it's about them. So what I recommend you do is send them love. And the time when my dad kicked me out of home, it's one of the best things he could have done, because at that stage in my life, I hated my life. I didn't want to be here. I was self-destructive. I was nasty to people around me. And if I was him, I would have kicked me out of home too. However, what that did is it had me see that the grass is not greener on the other side. And I actually had it really good at home. And when I eventually came back, I suddenly appreciated it so much more. Sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes we think the grass is greener on the other side, and then realize that no, it ain't. It ain't greener on the other side. So grateful for my family today as well. I'm also grateful for this amazing technology to be able to reach you. 20 years ago, we didn't have this. It's so cool that we can just do a live stream now and reach people all over the world. So grateful for that. Hello, Hollywood Shorts joined us. What are you grateful for today, and where are you joining us from? Let us know on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and X. There's just a few things I'm grateful for. I can keep going. I'm grateful for my clothes. I'm grateful for my cat. I'm grateful for birds. I'm grateful for all the superhero characters. I'm grateful for all my props I have around my studio right now that I use in different shows that I do. I'm grateful for my co-hosts and Total Truth Show, Ken Kleinberg from San Diego, Media Maven Show. Grateful for Kirsten Linarts. I'm grateful for all the people I've interviewed in Media Queen TV. And this is the thing about gratitude. You start to get into gratitude and more things just just come to mind that you're grateful for? Grateful for the sun, for the beach, grateful for so much, for nature, animals, for all the connections I've had lately. And my good news is, of course, we have the amazing How to Build a Global Brand event next Thursday, free webinar coming up at 12 noon Australian Eastern Standard Time. So hop along and register on my link tree. You will find all the details for that. Also this morning, I went to a great Gold Coast referral group meeting. I hadn't been to one for quite a few months, and it was great to get back there. It was a packed meeting at the Boulevard North apartments in Broadbeach. It was fantastic, and big shout out to Marion for putting on a beautiful event for us, and lovely champagne breakfast, and for Campbell Moore was a great MC, and all the people that turned up. There was about 40 people there packed into this function room. It was tight, but it was cozy, and great group of people. So very grateful for those guys. You'll see some photos up on my socials about that as well. And now for our branding tip for you, our branding tips. Okay, so let's have a look here. All right, so we've got 6 branding tips, how to build a global brand tips I'm going to give you over the next 6 days. So each day of my Global Good News Challenge, I'm going to give you one tip. Okay, so this is my first one. Firstly, develop a unique value proposition or a unique sales proposition, some people might say, or selling proposition. So either a USP or a UVP, unique value proposition or unique selling proposition. What sets you apart from other people in your field? What is unique about you? What is unique about your experiences, your passions, some of the things you've been through? If you're in business, why did you start the business you're in? What do you stand for in life? As they say, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. We want to know that with your marketing. Now, it's important to make sure that your UVP or your USP, your unique value proposition, what you bring to the market, your unique selling proposition is clear and it's consistently communicated across all your platforms of social media or websites or whatever, however you're communicating with people, make sure that it is clearly communicated. And this really is the foundation, I believe, of your branding and marketing journey, is to get really clear on what it is you stand for and what is your unique brand. Now, one thing I stand for is for the humane treatment of animals. And for those who know me will know I've done 17 years now of animal action events where we raise awareness, appreciation and respect for animals. Now, I was shocked recently to do some research on wind turbines to find out that over 22 million birds are killed by wind turbines. 22 million birds. And I looked online and saw a whole lot of photos of all these poor birds, eagles, all sorts of birds that just get chopped by the wind turbines. They fly through and they just get hacked away, and millions die every year by wind turbines. It is insane. And this is why I've got my owl here tonight, because I want to, send some love out to all the birds in the area, anywhere around wind turbines, to hopefully avoid them as much as possible, and for people to actually get some common sense about them and to bloody stop the wind turbines. They say it's environmentally friendly on other levels, but really, why do animals always get so disregarded by so many people? I don't get it. Why are animals treated like absolute crap? Yet animals, there's so much we can learn from animals. They are so wise. They are so connected. There is so much we can learn. You connect with an animal and you see how amazing the world really is. And I do believe it's important to be kind. And if we're going to, use any kind of energy sources, we need to look at how we can do it with minimal harm on the environment and on animals particularly. I was thinking today, these animals, these birds that they go through these wind turbines, the parents probably go out looking for food. The babies are probably back in the nest, and then the parents don't come back. What happens to all the babies in the nest? Anyway, I got quite upset about that today, but you know what, I shared about it and I put a post on my Facebook, and now there's a whole lot of other comments coming through. People are putting their 2 bobs worth and saying their opinion, and I welcome that. Let's have some healthy debate and some discussion around this without being nasty to each other. Okay, let's be kind about it, but it's important to have some healthy discussion about these things and to do your own research with everything, because if you just believe everything you hear in the mainstream media, I can guarantee that you're not getting the full story. And we've seen this through all the censorship that has happened through Facebook and through through YouTube in the last few years, how much censorship have we seen? A heap, right? Hello, Carlin Fosber, good to see you there. So much censorship. And so I think, well, if there's nothing to hide, why the censorship? Some things to think about today, my friends. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. As I say, if you're watching live or watching the replay, please let me know in the comments, what are you grateful for today? And where are you joining us from? And if you want to do a Global Good News Challenge for yourself, it's free marketing. As I say, just go along. You'll see here in the link tree there, linktr.ee/Aldwin. You'll see all my links. It's also in my bio. You'll see it all over socials. Hop in there, you'll be able to register to the webinar next week. Also check out all the other socials. Check out the Media Queen TV YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, hop along. Got over 1,200 videos, a whole lot of really cool content in there. Amazing, inspiring videos with people like Barry Crocker and David Icke, some amazing content. We've got some comedies I've put in there, some beautiful relaxation music as well, some really lovely stuff. Some of my favorite videos I've popped in there for you, so check that out as well. You find that link in my link tree as well. All right, well, that's a wrap now for my day 1 of 6 of the Global Good News Challenge for June 2024. I'm going to be back tomorrow with day 2. I'll share another global brand building tip with you tomorrow, and some more gratitude and good news. And every negative can be turned into a positive. It's the yin yang of life, my friends. Every negative can be turned into positive. Let's look at the bright side of life as well. Sometimes we need to look at the dark side of life, but let's look at how we can turn this into a positive. How can we shift things that we are upset by or are angered by in some way? How can we shift it, and how can we make a difference? And you are 1 in a billion by being born. So you are here to make a difference. And even if it's in the smallest ways, I do encourage you to speak up and speak your truth, so you're not one of the 90% of people who die with regrets, okay? So that you are someone who has a full life. Wishing you much love. We'll see you tomorrow on the Global Good News Challenge. Have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Signing out. Bye for now. Bye. See you later.